Hey guys, so today the topic of this video will be the iPhone 3GS and also the iPhone 10. So the iPhone 3GS was released in June of 2009, if I'm correct. I'm gonna check. The iPhone 3GS was in fact released in June 19, 2009. So therefore, June 2009. And it is, in fact, 9 years old. It's a 9-year-old phone, but so basically, this phone was the successor to the 2008 iPhone 3G, and yeah, so in 2018, it pretty much, if you have it updated to the latest version it supports, it will be iOS 6.1.6, and the version that it was released with is iOS 3.0. So therefore, it only ran about 3 iOS versions. If I count iOS 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, and 6.0, it pretty much ran 4 versions of iOS until finally being canceled, or like not canceled, but they stopped supporting the iPhone 3GS, so it didn't run iOS 7. So it pretty much couldn't run iOS 7, or if it did, it will be very slow and almost unusable. So let's compare it to my iPhone 10. So I know what you're thinking, why are you doing this video? But if you think about it, I want to see how much we have improved, or how much the iPhone has come since 2009. So I don't have the iPhone 2G or 3G or any of the, I don't have the iPhone 2G, like the original iPhone 2C, because this is supposed to be the 10th anniversary iPhone, 10-year anniversary iPhone. But this is the oldest Apple device that I have, so I'm just gonna compare these two and see differences. Obviously, the size. The iPhone 10 is much bigger, obviously, but there are 2 similarities that I see that correspond to the iPhone 3G and 3GS. So, for starters, the iPhone 3G and 3GS had options of white or black. Maybe, sorry about the shake, but maybe it looks familiar because the iPhone 10 is available in silver as well as space gray. I have the silver version and I have the black version of the iPhone 3GS. So what I'm trying to say is that the iPhone 3GS was released in 2 colors, which were white or black, and the iPhone 10 was released with only 2 colors, the silver space gray, which actually don't look like the silver. It looks more like a white color, and the space gray looks more like a darker black color. And the iPhone 3G and 3GS had a polycarbonate back. It's like a plastic back that was in white or black. So there is a similarity on the back, but if you go to the front, they both had, or the 3GS and 3G both had black fronts. No matter which color you got, you would get a black front. Same with the iPhone 10. If you either get silver or space gray, you would get a black front, which most people like, because if you had a white front, say on like the iPhone 8 Plus and 8 that have the white front, if you get the silver or gold, you can see the screen, the black outline, just the black patch where the screen goes. So yeah, that's the similarity. So again, I know what you're thinking. We know they're different. Why would you even bother to make it? So I'm gonna move the iPhone 10 aside and focus more on the iPhone 3GS in 2018, where it is 9 years old and almost no one uses it. Only if you had it around and just wanted to see how it would work in 2018, because on iOS 4.1, which it runs, I'm going to show you guys that it runs iOS 4.1. So it's iOS 4.1, AT&T 8.0. It's an 8 gigabyte. So it runs iOS 4.1, and you have the YouTube button, which doesn't work. Well, cannot connect to YouTube, obviously. Because iOS 4 is about 8 years old now. So yeah, I could still run on this. Obviously, it's a lot faster than on iOS 6, but as you can see up on the top, it only supported 3G, no 4G, no LTE, just 3G. And it also ran on AT&T, which, as you can see, I have only one bar of AT&T. And it's also very similar to iOS 11, because on iOS 7 all the way up to iOS 10, they switched to dots for the signal bars. But I'm going to show you. On iOS 11, they had the bars. So as you can see, we can focus. You have the bars right there, and very similar to right here. So, and I know we already know that. Why would you mention? So, if you're using it in 2018 on iOS 6, I would definitely not recommend this for a first phone. And I know there are some people, those few people that still use this as their daily phone, because they do not want a super new phone like the iPhone 10, and they just want something that they can use, like just to call someone, to text someone. Let's see if messages still works. Oh, that classic keyboard sound. And message too. And that classic keyboard sound, but so yeah, and also it would have that too as the app switcher. And yeah, there are very few apps that are still supported by that can still run on iOS 4. Some connect to Wi-Fi. I'm positive. I'm gonna do the App Store because it would just take way too long to sign into my iCloud and download an app. But so I'm just gonna do like a speed test just for the fun of it, because I don't know, I just wanted to see who would win. Obviously the iPhone 10 would load that faster, but I'm just gonna like 3, 2, 1. Oh. I'm gonna load a calendar. 3, 2, 1. Okay, obviously. So just for the fun of it, so it obviously looks much different. This had a 3.5-inch display and the iPhone 10 has a 5.8-inch display. So you can see how small that is. How much smaller that is. Before I got the iPhone 10, I used to have the iPhone 6s. That had a 4.7-inch display. Yeah, and even before the iPhone 6s, I had an iPhone SE that had a 4-inch display this is smaller than the iPhone SE and 5s and 5, so they went from this kind of formatted display, to 4-inch display. And so the iPhone 2G also had a 3.5-inch display, and that screen size was carried over all the way to the 4S and until the 5, until they finally decided to switch to a 4-inch display. And even when the iPhone 5 was released, that was considered a big display until the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus came around in September of 2014, and we still have those sizes of displays now with the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. And so that pretty much wraps up the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe to get turn notifications on, and just please like and subscribe to see more videos like these. Bye.